guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Brian Abiola and I'm currently working on a game called Void. In this YouTube video, I'm going to talk about MonoDevelop. Those of you out there who want to start a new game development career have probably come across the term MonoDevelop. In this video, I'll be talking about everything you need to know about MonoDevelop to get yourself started. Okay, so what is MonoDevelop? MonoDevelop is an integrated development environment, also known as Xamarin Studio. It is an open source integrated development environment for Linux, Mac, and Windows. Its primary focus is development of projects that use Mono and .NET framework. MonoDevelop integrates features similar to those of NetBeans and Microsoft Visual Studio. These features include automatic code completion, source control, a graphical user interface, and web designer. MonoDevelop integrates a GUI designer called Stetic. It supports Boo, C, C#, C++, Java, Visual Basic Net, and other programming languages. MonoDevelop can be used on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Officially supported Linux distributions include CentOS, Debian, Fedora, OpenSUSE, SUSE Linux Enterprise, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and Ubuntu, with many other distributions providing their own unofficial builds of MonoDevelop in their repositories. Mac OS and Windows have been officially supported since version 2.2. MonoDevelop has included a C# compiler, an alternative to MS Build and CSC. It currently includes a compiler that supports C# 1.0 to C# 6.0. A customized version of MonoDevelop formerly shipped with Windows and Mac versions of Unity, the game engine by Unity Technologies. It enabled advanced C# scripting, which was used to compile cross-platform video games by the Unity compiler. It has since been replaced by Microsoft Visual Studio Community, except on Linux versions. MonoDevelop, an IDE for the .NET platform, with features comparable to Microsoft Visual Studio. Highlights include multi-platform IDE and user projects, multi-language, project templates for C#, Visual Basic, Boo, Java, and C++, code completion support for C#, code templates, code folding, customizable window layouts, user-defined key bindings, external tools, integrated debugger for debugging mono and native applications, integrated compiler, supports up to C# 6.0, ASP.NET Web Project with code completion support and testing on XPS (Mono Web Server), source control, makefile integration, unit testing, packaging, and deployment localization. UI Builder. MonoDevelop has included a Gtk GUI designer called Stetic since version 0.1 to develop Gtk plus user interfaces in C#. Stetic is very similar to Glade Interface Designer, but is integrated into MonoDevelop with features such as drag and drop. It has been criticized for being more difficult to work with than the likes of Qt Designer and the Microsoft Visual Studio Windows Form Editor, when the programmer does not yet have a concrete layout in mind. Xamarin Studio. Xamarin offers a rebranded version of MonoDevelop 4.0 as Xamarin Studio, which now uses platform-specific code in various places to enhance the look and feel. While Mono provides a package for Solaris 10 running on SPARC, MonoDevelop packages for Open Solaris are only provided by groups from the Open Solaris community. MonoDevelop on FreeBSD is likewise supported only by the FreeBSD community. Visual Studio for Mac. Another rebranded version of MonoDevelop is Visual Studio for Mac. Visual Studio for Mac employs many of the same tools as its Windows counterparts. For example, the Roslyn.NET compiler platform is used for refactoring and IntelliSense. Its project system and build engine use MS Build, and its source editor supports TextMate bundles. It uses the same debugger engines for Xamarin and .NET Core apps, and the same designers for Xamarin.iOS and Xamarin.Android. Thanks very much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.